Tyler Thorson here with Corpusfishing.com. With our weekend outlook, it's brought to you by Ron Hoover RV and Marine in the Coastal Bend with 2 locations to serve you. They signed up for another year's sponsorship, so we appreciate that. And instead of being at Bob Hall Pier someplace sexy on the Laguna Madre, it is cold. So I'm sitting here with my feet getting warmed up by the fire. And I thought you'd appreciate that. Doesn't that look nice? What I tell you about last weekend, it really doesn't matter now, but fishing was good. Had some friends went out to the Padre Island National Seashore, Nick Meyer, also Jay, my friend Roadkill Willie, Zeppelin, and Top Dog 15. They all went to the Padre Island National Seashore right around Saturday, around the Big Shell area, and they did well for pompano. I know a crew of 4 got about 60 or so. One of my buddies got 22, one got 19, another got 15. So great fishing at the Padre Island National Seashore. That was on. Fish bites and shrimp at long distance. Nick again went on Sunday, and he said it was a little slower, but they still managed, 8 pompano in 2 hours, which is plenty in my book. Then things slowed down. We had that front come through, and the only fishing I've heard that's been any good, my friend Leonard Stockton was out there right after that front. And, a lot of times redfish, bull reds in particular, don't mind if it's rough. They kind of like that topsy-turvy action, and they were out there. Leonard, if you look on the Bob Hall Pier report on Corpusfishing.com, Leonard has one that's huge. It's probably 45 inches or better that he caught and released. He also caught another one after that. Things like fronts, they tend to make tendencies where afterwards you can expect fish to be certain places. When they're first blowing in, don't even try. Afterwards, second day after front, first day after front, things get better and they're predictable. What happens is fish aren't used to the cold, especially this cold. They'll go off of the flats, they'll go to the deeper areas. Fish like black drum that have been milling around on the flats, they'll go into the nearest channels like the crash channels in the Upper Laguna over at Humble Channel. And in the ICW, trout will do the same thing, as will flounder. So the species to target this weekend, once the winds calm down, would be flounder and black drum. If you just want to sit, park your car along the ICW somewhere along one of the causeway piers, go out there, soak some shrimp, dead shrimp, and catch some black drum. If you want to catch flounder, you're going to have to work the edge of the ICW, places like flats where it drops off and you find some sand. Just take a jig head, probably a 1/4 ounce or better, depending upon the current, and use a fish bite attached to a soft plastic, or you can use a gulp and work that slowly along the bottom. Particularly sandy areas work best because you get the places with grass, you just get tangled up. So find a sandy area, work it slowly, do some fan casts, because just because you worked a foot over one way, if you work another foot to the right, there might be a flounder there. So work it slowly, and when you feel the slightest hesitation, it feels when a flounder bites, it's not like they just grab it. It's like your hook just got stuck on a rock. So count to 3, and then after 3, just slam it to them really hard. A lot of times you'll have a flounder. Sometimes it will be a piece of grass, but that's the way it goes. If you want to catch flounder, that's what you have to do. So that's what I would do this weekend. The surf, don't even count on it till at least Sunday. But maybe Monday and Tuesday, the winds calm down, the pompano might be back, and Jack Crevalle might show up with the temperatures going down. The seawater temperature was about 71. They like it around 68. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the jacks milling around and body surfing through the waves and acting like barroom brawlers chasing mullets. So that might happen next week. But in the meantime, stay warm, pull up a cup of hot chocolate, and check out Corpusfishing.com. Have a great weekend.